I've seen something here that at least your business leaders haven't picked up on yet. Some of them have, but certainly on the university level they're seeing. People are coming to the Startup Sauna and other places in Helsinki to start companies from outside of Finland. Boy, I'd be standing at the immigration gates with open arms and baskets of flowers for people who want to start jobs.
And the big idea was that in Finland we need to promote entrepreneurship with a similar passion that Steve just gave us. I think it was a great panel for two reasons. One, we're a completely export-driven country. 40% of our GDP comes from exports, but the value added comes, second point, specifically for small, medium-sized companies from startups. If we want to have a welfare society, we need money. If we want money, we need startups. That's the simple game.
You said in the beginning, Steve, that Helsinki is becoming perhaps a hub for startups. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. I actually think that the Aalto University is one of the main reasons for that. And this brings me also to the stuff that Rovio and Angry Birds do. There's been a switch in mentality, and I think a lot of people are looking up to Peter and his team.
Yeah, so we're actually looking at what's happening here in Helsinki right now, and there's really kind of like a formal explosion of startups. So we see a lot of people, not only here in Finland, starting their own companies, but we also have kind of like quite a few Russians, Swedes, people from the neighborhood who are coming to Finland to start their startups. So we're talking about this Helsinki Spring that Steve kindly coined there. So
I think this is a Helsinki Spring. It's a big idea. The idea is as follows. Just like the Arab Spring, where 20-year-olds communicate in a way that their parents have no idea about. Arab students on the street were able to communicate with each other inside the country and across all the other countries to tell each other what was happening. I have to tell you that every smart entrepreneur in Finland knows more about what's going on in Silicon Valley than their entire neighborhood that's over 30. This truly is a generation gap.
We wouldn't be in Finland unless we had this kind of like debate about public versus private funding and all of that. And I think that that's something that I really appreciated, that we had a good discussion, and also really made the point that, okay, maybe the government doesn't always know best.
One thing here, I actually, now when I read that, okay, you want to be the best like startup ecosystem in Europe. I mean, we probably already are. What is there in Europe when it comes to startups? Not much. So that's like already an example of lack of ambition in Finland. Of course we want to have the best one. Then we look at Silicon Valley, okay, Israel is pretty good, Singapore is doing some stuff. We want to beat those guys. I mean, why would we like to be number 2?
Personally, I mean, my most important thing in business life is to run Konecranes, and my commitment is to make sure that Konecranes continues to innovate, and we are welcome to talk to any of these startups in discussing that how their innovations could be used in Konecranes products and services to make both the startup and Konecranes successful in the future.
Simplifying a little bit, that when reading media stories in the country, my concern is that the general public gets an impression that the second biggest crime you can have is that you fail as an entrepreneur, and the biggest crime that you can commit is that you are successful and make a lot of money.
Now I think that it's time to do stuff. So I really think that let's, continue talking, but most importantly, let's get it done.